You gotta stop playing those games, because that's just gonna lead to a lot of confusion, a lot of mistrust, accusations, uncertainty. And do you really want to feel all those feelings all the while having that desire to be with that person? That is some that I personally don't have the energy or the time to deal with.
Hello everyone, my name is Sandra and thank you so much for tuning in. Today we have a reaction video. I'm gonna preface this by saying, although I do like her content, she says a lot of things that I just honestly cannot get behind. There's a little bit of hypocrisy in there, but overall I find her channel very entertaining, and so today I thought I'd do a reaction to one of her newest videos. The content creator that I'm talking about is Love Your Natural. So this video is concerning reasons why you should be cautious about holding down your man. Watch the entire video to see my full thoughts on how she presented this argument. So let's just get right into it.
So number one, 5 reasons why you should think twice before building a man up or holding him down, okay? Number one is, if you hold him down at his worst, there's no guarantee that he's gonna hold you up at his best. One of my exes, right? When I say he was brokety broke, listen, we was both broke. We didn't have money like that. And because I knew he didn't have money like that, I really took it easy on him. I'm a Cancer. We don't love guys for what they can do for us. We literally love for love.
She's describing this man as brokety broke. She points out that he's broke and then admits that she was also broke at the time, but then goes on to say, I took it easy on him. What exactly do you mean by you took it easy on him? That just kind of gives the viewer this idea that you're expecting a lot of monetary gifts. You're expecting a lot of financial aid from this man, but because he was broke, you took it easy on him. Basically admitting, oh, I didn't ask for as many gifts as I usually do. Okay, I took it easy on him. After she says this, she goes on to say, I'm a Cancer, I love for love. But then why are you mentioning that he was broke? You get what I'm saying?
I accepted the fact that he was brokety broke. You know, I accepted the fact that he never bought me gifts because of his situation. It would be times where I would be seeing my sisters out with their dates, you know, going away with their man and stuff like that. Meanwhile, this man is parked outside of my crib and we just chilling and talking because that's all we can literally afford to do. Okay, it's either he came to my house to chill with me, or I would go to his house and chill with him. But it was no such thing as dates and gifts.
She keeps saying that she values love for love, but continues to bring up how he's broke. Every other sentence is, this man was broke. He was brokety broke. Broke. And then mentions, oh, well, all we could do was, chill in the car and talk. That's actually loving for love. If you can just value someone's time and enjoy their presence, and it doesn't have to revolve around money being spent, that is the true definition of loving for love. But you keep on bringing up gifts, sis. Let's just call a spade a spade. You're not loving for love, okay? So I don't know why we keep throwing this phrase out there when your points are revolving around, this nigga brokety broke, he ain't buy me gifts.
The reason why I'm telling you guys this backstory is so you guys can understand my hurt and pain for what his ungrateful ass did. Long story short, he got into a car accident and he was up he got like $40,000 or $50,000 from his car accident. You would think because I held him down and I loved him, broke or not, I really loved him, I held him down, you would think he'd be like, you know what, let's make up for lost times, let's go on a date, let's do this, let's do that. You know what he did? He didn't give me not a damn dollar.
This whole messaging is very disingenuous. You keep mentioning love for love, but then your complaints are centered around money, centered around gifts, centered around what he's not giving to you. And I'm not talking about, oh, he's not giving me his time, he's not giving me his energy, he's not, focusing on the relationship.
No.
He's not buying me Gucci. He's not buying me this. He's not giving me this much money. It's very disingenuous to then sit here and say, I love for love, but he's broke, so there's something wrong with him in this relationship, but I still love for love. I mean, you can't say those two statements because it's hypocritical.
That's his money. He was in a car accident. He's not obligated to give me a damn thing.
The fact that you admit that you're not entitled to his money, but you're still complaining about the fact that he didn't spend that insurance money on you, those are two completely hypocritical statements. You do realize that. You can't in one breath be like,
Why isn't he spending his insurance money on me?
And then say,
I understand that I have no entitlement to his money, so therefore I shouldn't.
You're complaining about him not giving you the money while also acknowledging that he has no reason to give you the money. I don't understand.
I don't understand.
This is a guy that not only I accepted that he didn't have it like that, but I took on his emotional trauma. He went through a lot. He suffered so many losses, and I was always there for him. He told me he gave money to certain people, around like his family and certain of his friends. I don't understand, why wouldn't you give me a thing? You giving everybody else something, but why wouldn't you do that for me? And he came up with this excuse where and said, well, we wasn't together at the time that I got into the accident, so I felt like I didn't have to give it to you and this and that. Which is true, we wasn't together, but I was still your best friend. We were still in each other's lives.
If you are friends with somebody, you're in a relationship with somebody, you should just want to be emotionally available for that person just for intrinsic value. It shouldn't be a situation where, oh, I was emotionally available for you, so therefore you should spend money on me. If that's the case, then you should just be his therapist. That is something purely transactional. I would never leverage the fact that I was emotionally available for someone that I care for as reasons why they need to buy me this or they need to give me that. The only thing that I would be like, okay, would be time, okay? Time and energy. So if I'm being emotionally available for you, I would expect you to also be emotionally available for me. That is a reasonable ask. But when you're asking for money because you were emotionally available, it makes the relationship transactional, not love for love. And furthermore, you're admitting this man ain't even your man. Okay? Y'all not even in a relationship no more, but you're still expecting him to spend money on you? Since where? It sounds like, and I could be wrong, but based on the things that you're saying, sounds like you friend zoning him because he was brokety broke, and then he got some money, and you were like,
Nigga, I've been there for you. Where's my cut?
And he was like, please. It doesn't make any sense. You're not even in a relationship with this person, so why are you expecting him to now pay reparations for your relationship because you were emotionally there for him? That just doesn't make any kind of logical sense. And it sounds like you're expecting your friend to trick on you.
We were so close that he would have another girlfriend, but still call me and talk about his situations. And I used to be like, why can't you tell your girl? And he's like, I can't talk to her about certain stuff that I could talk to you about. Bingo! So if I'm that type of person that you can come to, and I'm your, a place that is safe, that with no judgment, that's like a low-key, a therapist, why wouldn't I be the first person on your mind when you got that money?
I should have this money.
Number 2 is, these type of men never have that same hold me down, build you up energy for you.
This point I completely agree with. If you are being, like I said, emotionally available for someone, I would expect them to be emotionally available to you. So that point I completely agree with. However, that doesn't involve buying Gucci and Chanel, okay? That does not have to be a part of the equation for it to be a mutually beneficial relationship.
Ladies, I'm telling you this right now. If you have a man in your life that's always gaslighting you and telling you, oh, you're so easy to talk to. I love that I could talk to you about anything. He could talk to me about whatever, but can I talk to him about what I'm going through? If I needed to borrow $100, can I call him and will he give me the $100?
You didn't mention whether or not you attempted to open up to him. You just said, I didn't feel like I could. So I don't know if you actually attempted to open up to him and then you just kind of shut it down. But you have to give people an opportunity to show you that they can listen. Even with that, it kept going back to gift giving.
They're not going to have any limits to taking from you. They're going to take and take and take. And then the minute you say you don't have no more money, you don't have nothing, well, that's where your friendship ends. That's where your relationship ends. That's when, because you're no longer beneficial to them, that's when you're going to see their true colors.
So, number 4, this is very important because if you do this too much, you're not going to get nada, nothing, not a dime, not a coin, not a quarter. Number 4 is don't abuse his money or he will catch on and cut you off. Now, I'm sad to say, but I know this from experience.
Sis, this you, right? I get it. This was an older video, but it really speaks to the hypocrisy of it all. And it seems as though there's a lot of projection going on in this video.
You never end up with the person you go so hard for, the most hard for. You never end up with them. I don't know about you ladies, but any guy I held down and loved and didn't care about money or gifts, I just wanted them, I didn't end up with them.
This whole clip just screams baggage and bitterness that you're taking into future relationships. At some point in time, you have to heal and let that go. The next man is not going to be the same as the previous man if you make better choices in vetting the men you deal with. Okay, if you change your environment, if you change how you present yourself, also if you change your requirements for who is allowed to date you. You won't date the same type of man that you feel is subpar to what you want. I find it funny that you're saying, oh, I just wanted to be with these men, but your biggest complaint seems to be them not tricking off on you.
I didn't end up with them. And you want to know why? Because once they got in a better situation, they went to someone else. And everything I wanted them to do in our relationship, they did for other people.
Being upset that your exes then went on to spend money on their next girlfriend, it just goes to show that you only really cared about what they could provide. Okay, you viewed them as a walking wallet. Let's just call a spade a spade. Maybe those females, and I don't know these situations, I'm speculating, maybe these females they deemed worthy of actually providing for, buying nice things for, because maybe they were actually grateful. Maybe they genuinely wanted them for them and appreciated the quality time. So when they saw that, they were like, you know what, this woman, she's a rider, she's real. You know, she sees me as more than just what I can buy her. You know, I am going to go get her something nice. You know, you never really know what was going on in that relationship. And so to be sitting on the sidelines upset that they didn't buy you those things, they didn't take you to Chanel, they didn't do this, that, and the third. You might want to look within and be like, you know what was it about me that they didn't see me as worthy of providing for? Even with that mentality, it goes back to what they can give me. If you're not having that genuine connection with somebody, but you feel entitled to what they have, that just speaks to a very gold digger mindset. And maybe these other women didn't have that. It's just food for thought.
Her TikTok was her posting like posting. He gave her like, I guess like a few $1,000s. He got her Chanel sneakers, perfume. He got her a Louis bag. He just bought her mad stuff. Mind you, I thought his ass was broke. I thought he didn't have no money.
I don't know about y'all, but this just sounds like some kind of background story for how gold digger villain became gold digger villain. Like, it's giving that kind of vibe to it. Like,
this is why I take it love, and I lie and manipulate and follow the Shira 7 plan.
I used to always tell him, like, why you never put an effort into making me happy? Like, you never do this, you never do that. And he would always say, how do you know I'm not going to do that for you? And never did. I always wanted you to support me. I always wanted you to love me. The way you love her, I wanted you to love me that same way. Because I loved you that way. And you couldn't do it.
You could either be equating love to spending money, or, which this one will be the more malicious intent, would be to try to humanize and empathize with gold digging by wrapping it around the term love, by associating love with buying, spending money, taking you to Gucci, Chanel, blah, blah, blah. You know, white brands that don't give a about black people. Another topic for another day. Based on previous videos, hence the older clip that I showed earlier, you're trying to humanize gold digging and trying to make it seem deeper than what it is. Like, oh, it's not gold digging. This is just my love language. Anyone who says my love language is receiving gifts, that's a red flag. She ain't messing with no broke niggas.
Let me just say, if a man really care about you, he gonna either borrow money, do whatever he gotta do to put a smile on your face.
And see, it goes full circle, because this mentality that she just described is the reason why dudes be brokety broke. And essentially, she just admitted that she's looking for a simp. It is tricking, even if you got it, and it's simping if you ain't got it and you still trying to give it. If you ain't ready to simp, she don't want you. Put you in the trash bag and throw the whole nigga away.
When I saw that TikTok, what really bothered me is that it wasn't a special occasion that he did that for her. He just gave her a just because gift. That hurt me so much, and that is exactly why I don't date for love anymore.
This mentality is the reason why a lot of these females are going to stay single. These men that have means are not going to be checking for you because you're a liability. Tough love is the best love, and it's the only love we have here in Sandraland. No man is really going to take you seriously if you talk like this. If you're always complaining about not getting gifts, if you're always equating love to what someone buys you, okay? Money can't buy you love. People been saying that for the longest. So let's stop trying to pervert the word love by associating it with what someone can buy you, okay? Let's not do that. Okay, let's leave love alone and call it what it is, gold digging.
I date for love, but I date for love and stability. If a man is not financially stable, if he cannot match my love language which is quality time, random sentimental gifts, I don't want you.
What's funny is that she knew she had to clean that statement up, because that shit probably sounded crazy as hell when it came out her mouth. However, I do believe she meant it exactly how she said it the first time. I would argue that she really wasn't dating for love to begin with, but that's neither here nor there. It's not that it's the gift, it's that it's a sentimental gift. What is sentimental about a Chanel bag? I'll wait. Better yet, I won't wait. Ain't sentimental about that. What is sentimental is that time you spend in someone's car just talking and getting to know each other. I think what she means by sentimental is expensive.
Number 5 is, unless the holding down, the building is mutual, don't do it.
Now, this point I 100% agree with. If you're in a relationship and you know that other person has something going on for themselves, you should be supportive of that person. My man supports my channel. He helped me develop my bot for my Discord, remind people about my live streams. He posts my videos. My man is very supportive. In the description box, there will be a link for the trailer to The Vision, as well as a link to the Patreon so that you can get early access to The Vision.
If you deal with someone where it's not mutual, he's gonna drain you. It's gonna be that relationship is gonna be very draining. Ladies, you do not deserve a one-sided loyalty. It should be on both sides.
Who want to be in a relationship with somebody where they feel like they're constantly giving and giving and giving, and that person isn't reciprocating that energy. I'm more so referring to time, energy to make the relationship work. I think she's referring to reciprocating gifts.
I'm single. Loyalty, being a good girl, got me nowhere.
At this point, sis, you need to do a lot of self-reflection. And when I say self-reflection, I'm not saying in a way that paints you as some kind of victim, okay? Because there's a reason why these men felt like they should provide for someone else, but not you. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm really not. At some point in time, we all have to work on ourselves. Working on ourselves does not mean refining our manipulation tactics so we can get what we want from the next simp daddy. Okay, that's not what I mean. I mean actually working on yourself so that you're looking for the right things in the relationship, you're giving the right things for the relationship, and you have realistic expectations. Furthermore, good girl,
Sure, Jan.
And I'm not telling you to not be a good girl and be a hoe. I'm just saying be a good girl to the right man. Don't be a good girl to F-boy.
don't be wifey to Pookie and Ray Ray. Okay, do not do that. Ain't nobody telling you to do that. I just want to top this off by saying revolving your entire relationship around what they can spend on you is not going to be how you attract those type of men that you want. You're not going to attract a man who's going to love you for you by emitting that gold digger energy. Men who are going to love you for the entire package of who you are, they're not going to be attracted to the mindset that you've presented in this video, because there's a lot of bitterness, entitlement, and hypocrisy, and a bit of some malicious intent, if we're being honest here. That is it. If you like this content, you already know what to do. Like, share, comment, and definitely subscribe. Your girl is almost at 1K, and we know what's happening when we get to 1,000 subscribers. Your girl's gonna have a giveaway. Thank you so much, and I will see you with the next video. Bye.